Hey YouTube, it's Erica, and I'm finally back to record a video. It isn't exactly what I intended. It's just on my phone, but I wanted to come back and finally record something. So a lot has happened since I last recorded a video. Let's just start at the top. Okay, so I was accepted to the Peace Corps. I think in my last video I had applied, but I don't think I'd been accepted yet. So I was accepted about mid-February of 2015. And from there, I did a lot of stuff in like a 3-month period of time. I refinanced my mortgage. I found renters for my condo. I moved out and moved in with my dad, and stored all my things in a shed in his backyard. I sold my car. I had 2 pets and I found homes for them. Um, I gave notice to my job. I passed a TEFL certification. TEFL is teaching English as a foreign language. I did some volunteer work one evening a week, I think through the end of March. And then the Peace Corps medical clearance is really extensive. It's like a big, thick stack of papers that dentists and doctors and all that kind of stuff have to fill out. So that took a lot of work actually. And they had strange questions for me. But anyway, I won't get into that really here. But so a few months of just a ton of work. Like I can't even express like how much work I did in about 3 months. And so my last day at my job was end of June, and then I immediately went on a 2-week vacation. In fact, my very last day of work, I went directly to the airport and got on a plane that evening. And so I was on vacation for 2 weeks in Turks and Caicos and had a ball, and then came home and had 3 weeks to kind of pack up, visit with friends and family, and just kind of get myself sorted. I did start kind of arranging things and packing up because I've been packing for 2 years is really, really. It's, how do you even pack for 2 years? Not knowing like where you're going really. So I ended up actually staying up all night the night before I left. So I went to Namibia, Africa. I'm actually back, so I probably should have started with that. I went beginning of August and came back about mid-September. So I was there just about a month. And I was in the training period, and there are a lot of reasons why I came home, but essentially it just wasn't where my heart was. And so it's been actually kind of challenging. I think I'm okay now, but for a few months, especially the first month, I was just kind of discombobulated because there's so much preparation to make a choice like that, and then to come back and feel like you failed. And there is kind of deeper than that. But anyway, so I did come home, and I was lucky enough to find a job, which I started about a month after returning home from Africa, which is kind of crazy. Um, and then I moved. So before I started the job, I found an apartment and moved. So that was a lot of work. And then I started the job, and I've been kind of living in a very similar area to where my condo is. And I'm basically just letting the renters continue to live there. I originally wanted them to live there for 3 years. And, you know, I articulated that to them when they signed their lease, so I'm not going to change the rules now. So unless something crazy comes up between now and then, I'm planning on letting them continue to rent for the 3 years. And then from there, I'll decide whether I want to move back in, you know, continue renting to them, someone else, sell it. I don't know. So anyway, when I came back home, I got really a lot back into spin classes, which I was doing before, and then I started taking body pump, which is kind of a weightlifting, kind of a lighter version of a weightlifting class, which I wasn't doing a lot, but anyway, so I was going to the gym quite a bit, but I kind of felt like I was plateauing. My weight was somewhere well, I lost some weight in Africa. I left for Africa at 153, which was a little heavy for me. I've been in like the 148 to 150 range this last year. So when I went to Africa, I was 153. When I came back, I think I was like 144. And then it crept back up to like 148. And then it was like back to like low 150s again, and I think I even saw 153 for like a second, which is disconcerting. I mean, regain is just a very scary thing. So weight wise, I was heavier than I wanted to be, and I was just, I think, in kind of an exercise slump. I was doing kind of the same thing over and over again. So I have a really good friend who's doing a bikini competition, and so bikini doesn't mean like NASCAR bikini. It means like bodybuilding division. So it's kind of the base division of bodybuilding for females. I think there's like 4 different divisions. It's bikini, and then I think it's physique, and then fitness, and then traditional bodybuilding, which is massive. So bikini is really lean, but not like crazy lean, and it's muscular. It's kind of toned, but not overly muscular. So you shouldn't see striations of muscles, nothing too big. It's kind of a feminine bodybuilding look, but still really, really lean. So anyway, my friend's going to be doing this competition in April, and so I'm going to go watch her. And I've kind of seen her go through this training transformation over the last year or so. She's just become more and more serious about it. So I've been interested. Her coach is really interesting. And it's just a very different approach. Like, I've never really done weightlifting. I've kind of done some weightlifting with trainers in the past, but nothing really regimented. Definitely not really focusing on lifting heavy. So I have a really muscular frame. So I think it's something that I've known that I would be really good at. Anyway, so I went out and visited her in January and met her coach and expressed an interest in doing kind of a 3-month program. So getting a diet plan and a workout plan, and then just kind of seeing how the 3 months goes, and then seeing if I could train for the September bikini competition. So that's kind of where my fitness goals are right now. Initially, I was thinking that I might want to do like a triathlon, but my heart just wasn't in it. Like, every time I was getting tons of books and I was starting to read, but like my heart wasn't in the training. Like, there was just something not lighting a fire underneath me. And so I feel like the bikini competition has really got me fired up. Now, I don't really have a lot of support from my mom. My dad's supportive. He's like, good for you. My mom feels it's kind of vulgar to display yourself physically like that, and I don't think she really likes the muscularity either. She already thinks I'm too muscular, but I think she'll kind of come around a little bit. I don't know if she'll actually attend the competition, and I think it would make me nervous knowing that she disapproves of it. But anyway, so I've started the program. I think I'm in the middle of week 4, and so sometime this week I'm going to be getting a new workout plan and a new food plan for next month. So it's the same food plan structure for 1 month period, same workout structure, and then it changes. So for me, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday are the same 6. There's 6 different meals, and each meal is different, but those 4 days are the same. And then Wednesday and Saturday are the same. So Wednesday and Saturday are the same meals, but they're different than Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday's kind of a free day. So doesn't mean go crazy. It's not really a cheat day. It's more like you can figure it out on your own and balance it on your own. With that, I'm drinking a gallon of water a day. So one of these Starbucks things, it's 5.5 of these per day, which initially, especially with the weight loss surgery, I thought like impossible, because if I drink water, I can't eat. So when I started out, before doing the 4-week plan, I started with the water and just focused on that first. And it was surprisingly not as hard as, sorry, I'm looking at some of the Super Tuesday primary results, and I cannot believe how Donald Trump is doing. But anyway, so I thought that the water was going to be more difficult, but it was actually, I mean, I have to continue drinking water, and the immediate impact was I couldn't eat very much during the day, and so I lost some weight immediately. And now the water is actually pretty, sorry, my bra is falling on me. um, I'm actually pretty used to the water. I still have to make sure I'm drinking kind of all the time, but it's not difficult. And now that I'm doing the meal plans, which is probably more than what I would ordinarily eat, it's still not a problem. So for those of you who've had the surgery and worry about getting your water in, you just have to continue. And I know I'm not really supposed to do I'm not supposed to do a straw. I don't give a shit. It makes me drink water. So there you go. And I'm about, let's see, what year is it? I'm about almost 4 years out. So I think whatever I'm doing now, I think is fine. So weight-wise, I think I'm jumping to the punchline now. So the last time I weighed myself, I was 145.6. It honestly was lower than that. I think just the weight training. So the workout sets that I'm doing, so I'm okay with that weight. The coach actually doesn't want me to weigh myself except for when she tells me to weigh myself, just because it's a distraction and it's not a really good measurement of how your body's changing. It's hard for me though, because I'm so used to weighing myself every single day, so it's really hard. What was I gonna say? Oh, and the coach does know about the weight loss surgery. I mean, I'm not very secretive, but anyway, so the workout plan, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do weight training, and it's different focuses each day. And then after the weight training set, it's about 20 minutes on the Stairmaster at kind of a low setting, like not very fast, just fat burning, but nothing remotely strenuous. I mean, I do sweat, but it's a very slow pace. It's like level 5 or something on the Stairmaster. So I like those days, and then Tuesday and Thursday are high intensity interval training days where I'm on the treadmill, doing they're called sprints, but they're not really sprints. It's not that fast of a pace, but it's at a really steep incline. So I run for 30 seconds and then jump to the side rails for 15 seconds and then 30 seconds running, 15 seconds off. So again, the pace isn't fast, but the incline is really steep. So the high intensity days, I don't look for every single time. I don't look forward to them, but I feel phenomenal when I'm done. So I'm liking the workout structure. And then Saturday is supposed to be swimming because I'm part of a master's team, but I haven't been in the pool. So if I don't do swimming, which so far I haven't, I'm supposed to do 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, which isn't really the same as swimming for an hour. I think the Stairmaster is way easier, but so far I really like it. The focus for me in terms of the workouts will be for the weight training is to my butt kind of doesn't exist. I don't really have glutes that really do anything. They just kind of hang out. So building a butt, which no matter if I do the bikini competition or not, I think it's a really interesting challenge to do that because I've never tried to focus on building anything. It is what it is. So building out my rear, and then so no quads because my quads are so dominant and so big. The coach is like, if you feel anything in your quads, tell me. And then she hasn't said it, but my calves are also really big. So I haven't been feeling anything in my quads or calves. So only hamstrings and glutes. And then, so that the glute day is tomorrow, it's Wednesday. And then Monday is shoulders and abs. And then Friday is arms, back, and abs. So I'm not very narrow through the waist. I'm kind of wide and flat. That's kind of my body. And so she's like, in order to have kind of a more hourglass or a more narrow looking waist, she's going to try to like build out my shoulders a little bit more so that I have more of a V look, even though my waist isn't really narrow. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, I've got a good amount of fat to lose, probably like 15 pounds or something for a competition, or maybe more, I don't know. But she's just kind of like, it's the scale doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel and how you fit into clothes and stuff like that. So right now I actually feel really bloated and kind of gross. I don't really know why. Last weekend wasn't a great eating day, but I think beyond that, I'm eating a lot of broccoli, so I don't know if it's just broccoli gas or something, but I just kind of feel like swollen. So anyway, but it's really exciting to me to be training for this. I still don't know if I'm going to enter the September contest or competition or not. It's really up to the trainer whether she thinks I can get there. So we'll see. But that's kind of where I am. I'm really healthy. I'm really strong. I'm happy. I'm happy I'm home. There's other stuff going on, but I think I'll probably save that to another video because I think for now it's like almost 16 minutes. And so I guess that's my update for now. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'll talk to you later. Bye.